Ev to Phil, August 13th, 1941, 4 o'clock. Phil, darling, I am writing this letter in bed. I've been in bed all day. I guess you know why. Boy, what a day. The mailman was late today, and even then he never showed up. A colored fellow delivered the mail at 11 o'clock. I received your letter and my cookbook. I'm not going to call the draft board suite because I don't want to bother them unless it is absolutely necessary. I'll call Mrs. Westing tomorrow, as it is too late today. If there is anything I wish to know, I am sure she will supply the answer. Page 2. Now that the 2.5-year draft law has been passed, permitting soldiers with, quote, hardship cases, end quote, to request their release, I feel more certain of your discharge. I'm going to tell Mrs. Westing that you expect to be transferred shortly. Perhaps this will bring about a speedy decision. I'll let you know as soon as possible if anything new has occurred. At 7:30, I got fed up with staying in bed. I dressed and had supper with Harry at H&H. Jakey's working late. Incidentally, Harry, page 3, treated, saying it wasn't often that he could treat me. It was a delicious repast, and I was famished, having had no food all day. This was due to my condition and inability to get up. We had Yankee pot roast, spaghetti, creamed potatoes, coconut custard pie, and cocoa, hot chocolate. I finished Jews Without Money and An Old Captivity. I did not like the latter. It deals a good bit with, page 4, airplanes, technically, and it was over my head. I went to the party last night and had an enjoyable time. Mostly married couples were present. The refreshments were delicious. I think Sam and Edna are or were very foolish to marry now. He will probably go on maneuvers shortly, and she may not see him for a long time. Perhaps the security behind it appeals to her. Personally, I can't see where. She's making it tougher for herself and Sam, especially with this 2.5-year business. Your ending was beautiful. I won't attempt to outdo you. Page 5. Will the simple phrase, I love you, sweet Phil, be good enough for my ending? I'll do my best to be, quote, visibly improved, end quote, within the next 10 days, baby. The trouble is that every day seems like a never-ending year. Lovingly yours, Evelyn. P.S. For your exclusive information, in case you fail to understand the beginning of my letter, I am in the red. Phil, do... Page 6. Do you need stamps? Let me know. P.P.S. Remember that attorney friend of Mr. Usom's who I said contracted a rare disease and may die? Well, this clipping appeared in the Inquirer this morning. It's a shame and a pity. Phil to Ev, Wednesday, August 13th, 3:30 p.m. Darling, today is more in the nature of a holiday. This morning we had a brigade review. By 10:30 it was all over and the lieutenant gave us the rest of the day off until 8 o'clock, when we pack up and leave for an overnight maneuver. Just when we'll get back tomorrow, no one knows. Last night Sid and I took in a movie. It was, quote, sunny, unquote, with Anna Neagle, John Carroll, Ray Bolger, and others. I enjoyed Ray Bolger's dancing very much. The rest of it isn't worth mentioning. Your letter arrived this morning, and I was glad to know that you are managing so well. Thanks for taking the trouble to cut out the clipping pertaining to Helen and Izzy. I was pleased to know that they were finally man and wife. As yet, the opportunity to talk to Lieutenant Miller has not presented itself, but I hope to do so later today. The weather here is perfect. When we awoke this morning, it was actually uncomfortably chilly. It continued cool all day. When I lay down to take a nap about 1 p.m., I found it necessary to use the comforter. Imagine. When I think of what we may expect tonight and tomorrow morning, I shudder. Have you heard from Mom yet? Is Jack still working late? What news from Limey? I'm missing you, baby, and counting the days until I see you again. Incidentally, in this connection, Lieutenant Miller told us not to plan anything too far ahead or to count on getting off any particular day, as it might not be possible to get a pass. Just what he was driving at, I don't know, but it doesn't sound too promising. All we can do is hope for the best, sweet, and take whatever knocks there may be with heads high and faith in the future undimmed. It's all we have left, dear. So hoard it as you would a precious gem, this faith that everything will be all right someday. So long, baby, until tomorrow when I expect to write again, although there is a chance I may not be able to if we get back too late. Take care of yourself. I love you, Phil.